What is up, guys? This is Lintheo coming at you today with a return deck profile of my Utopia deck. Now, this deck is basically different versions of rank 4 toolbox engines that kind of I just throw in and see how they work. And this one's been working really well. I've been having a lot of fun with this, so without further ado, we'll go straight into the deck profile. So, to start it off, I only play 2 of the equips. I play the best 2, in my opinion. Now, some people say, why don't I play the others? And I had a very amusing comment of I am bringing shame to the original characters who played this, humor and such, but bit of a joke. Anyway, so these 2 are the best ones, because simply if you have these 2 and a Utopia, you have a 5k Utopia that, can't really be destroyed or targeted or anything. So these guys are really, really important, and they're really great. Now, this version, I don't technically have any way to search them out, so it's just a bit of a luck sack drawing them. And yeah, it can be a bit of a dead draw, but that's kind of unfortunately the thing you have with running this type of deck, unless you just don't play these at all. But there are ways to draw into them and such. So yeah, as I said, this is very much a fun deck, so this is why I'm just profiling it. So, sorry for hitting the camera. So, to go on to one of the other engines, we have the Heroic Challenger engine, and you can probably guess that this is a Performer Pal, so Clown Blade engine. So, this is really solid. Having the 1000 blades is really solid. I don't think you need any more, because there aren't really many things that really remove from Grave, unless you go up against something rogue that has, the defissures or the macros, and if you also go against things like Infernoids, but they've seemed to have dropped off the map a little bit. But yeah, so having the 3 Heroic Challengers is really solid, being able to special summon it for easy XZ summoning, and also, being able to search out this guy or any other one of them when it inflicts battle damage is really good. Next up, we have 2 Triclown. You only need 2. Arguably, you can only play 1, the exact same as 1000 Blades. And it's just a really solid card. It's really great, and it's nice to have in the deck. And as you'll see, I played the other guys now. 3 Damage Juggler. Card's incredible, being able to block damage, search out one of the other Performer Mages except himself. It's just really solid, so really good card. And then we have 3 Hat Tricker as well. This is here just for special summoning. With Heroic, what's his name? Heroic Challenger Assault Halibel. Obviously, you need your opponent not to... Well, your opponent have to have special summon. You don't have any special summon monsters or monsters in general. But with this guy, you can special summon if there's 2 or more monsters on the field. So it's really solid. So it really helps being able to make some explosive plays. So the card's really good. Then we have the 1 Heroic Challenger Extra Sword. Now, I've got this guy in here just for novelty factor, simply because I love him. I think he's an incredible card, really underrated, and giving your monster, your XZ monster, an extra 1000 attack is pretty brutal. So, yeah, and there is a way, obviously, you can search him out with Assault Halibel and such, but there's another card that will get me there in a second. 2 Template Goldfish. This is just to get cards out of my hand, just in case I draw some dead cards. A very monster-heavy hand. I can, get them out of the hand pretty quickly with this. I already play 21 monsters in total it is, so this is one of the other guys that can kind of, get something out of my hand pretty simple. And then finally we have the 2 Summoner Monk. This guy's here to search out any great cards in the deck. Just going through, you can get out your 1000 Blades, your Triclown, your Damage Juggler, more importantly the Extra Sword. So it's really great facilitation for the deck and quite speedy summoning. Going on to the spells, we have one of the most important spells in the deck. This card is XZ Change Tactics. If you don't know what it does, it says it's a continuous spell. When a Utopia monster is XYZ summoned to your side of the field, pay 500 life points, draw a card. You can only control one of these, but you can activate the effect multiple times in a turn. So this really helps the deck kind of speed through a lot of plays. You'll see from the extra deck how it can kind of just manipulate different Utopias, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, this card's absolutely incredible, and I couldn't believe when it came out in Next Challenges that it was a rare, because I've been waiting for it for so long. A long time ago, I put up a Dev Pro video of a Utopia Turbo, and it had that in, and then when I went to do the opening, I was like, holy hell, this card's a rare. It's incredible. 2 of the Numeron Force. Now this one I've opted for instead of one of the other ones that I had that was just a basic rank up. Simply because all of the monsters that I can rank up into are sea monsters with the same attributes but just a level higher. So it works really well, and the effect to nuke, well not nuke, but basically negate every other face-up card on the field is really solid. Since we're going into a format of, you know, with pendulums and everything like that, pendulums have got a lot of effects, of course, and if you're able to negate those pendulum effects as well as other face-up cards, it's really, really good. So this card's been working out really well, and it's kind of a real power play because some people just don't expect it. 2 instant fusion, you could probably guess with this. I didn't really have space for 3. The extra deck is super tight with this version, or just with any any Utopia version. Exodia, Utopia confirmed. That doesn't work, trust me, I had to think about it. So instant fusion for Nodin is just really solid. I don't have any of the rank 5s anymore, the level 5, sorry, in Mouse Jet like Panzer Dragon, just because I don't really have space for them. But 2 instant fusion is pretty good. 3 is just a little bit too much. As I said, I can't really fit 3 Nodins into the extra deck. Here's one that I've been testing out a little bit. It's Kaiser Colosseum. Now on paper this card's really good, because the whole point is to build up a boss monster of Utopia on the board, as well as, you know, you can swarm, but you build up a nice boss monster that your opponent can't really get over, and the ideal thing is having this Utopia and the 2 equips equipped to it. And with Pendulum Summoning, a lot of people really have to pick and choose what they would want to summon when they're under Kaiser Colosseum, and I just think it's really nice to slow down the meta a little bit. Kaiser Colosseum in general is just a really solid card for decks that, you know, might want to control a little bit more. So yeah, this card's been working out really well, and I'm pretty happy with how it's going. 3 is just too cloggy. 2 Mystical Space Typhoon, hit the pendulum scales, hit, you know, any other problem cards. It's just kind of MST, I don't really need to say too much about it. The 1 Foolish Burial, this is here just to ditch any of those cards that I need in the graveyard, like Thousand Blades, maybe Damage Juggler, or Trickler, and anything like that. They're just some really solid cards that, you know, have grave interaction and do well. Rip. The 1 Rotor. So many warriors in this deck, it's unbelievable. But now I've added in the Perform Mage engine. It's, you know, there's not as many targets, but there's still a lot of targets for Rotor, and I'm just sad that it has gone to 1. It's slowed down the deck a little bit. 3 Breakthrough Skill. Now you can either play Breakthrough Skill or you can play Fiendish Chain. It's down to yourself. But the way this format's going, I just want to play Breakthrough Skills. I want to see how they properly do instead of the Fiendish Chain, because I'm an advocate for Fiendish Chain. I think it's one of the very solid cards. But with you know, Cosmos being able to dodge it, kind of makes it a little bit redundant. So the 3 Breakthrough Skills, which is 6 effect negations, including your turn, is really solid. The 1 Bottomless Trap Hole, this is here to stop Pendulum Summoning or just counter against it, kind of. The 1 Solemn Warning, the exact same thing, and it's also a really solid card. And then finally the 1 Vanity's Emptiness, because, you know, it's just a really good card in general. So going on to the extra deck, we have the 1 number 99 Utopic Dragon. It's a shame it's not Utopia Dragon, because if it was, I could be able to equip monsters to it, but alas, I can't. This guy's summoned, you just discard a rank up card from your hand, and you overlay on top of a Utopia card. So, you know, it's really good. 4,000 attack is really, really nice. And it's just quite a nice boss monster. Then we have number C101. I do play 101, as you can probably guess, so it's one of my targets to rank up into. The 1 Victory. Victory's really cool. He is the one that gets the Honest. And, you know, it's just, in general, really solid. It does put a lot of people under pressure when you summon this guy. And the exact same as this guy, V-Ray, or Ray V, sorry. Being able to put your opponent under loads of pressure, being able to deal loads of damage to your opponent is just really, really solid. So, yeah, I don't really mind having this guy either. The 2 rank up cards are pretty nice. Then we have the main guy of the deck, the 3 Utopia. In my previous build a while ago, I had 2. And I was doing more testing, and I was just like, dude, this is just not possible. I need to have more. So I have 3 Utopia because I just kept running out with them. As I said, he's the main card in the deck. Don't really need to say too much about it. Next up, we have S39. Here's one of your just straight up rank up cards. You just put him straight on top. Really solid card. And yeah, just in general really nice. His effect is a bit random. If you don't know what it is, it's if your opponent's life points are at least 3,000 higher than yours, you can detach 3 XYZ materials from this card. Pay life points so that you only have 10 left and destroys as many special monsters your opponent controls. If you do, banish them and inflict 300 damage for each. So it's a pretty random effect. And I think I've pulled it off once to win as well, which was quite funny. But yeah, so it's just one of your extra rank up cards so you can, or overlay cards so you can keep drawing. So C39, again, he's just one of the ones that you can just keep drawing off of. Then we have the 101, really solid cards, can go into C101, that's why it's there. The 1 Castell, just to spin any problem cards back, it's quite nice. And then also the Trapeze Magician, because I play the Clown Blade variant, so it's pretty solid. And then finally the 2 Nodin. Nodin really helps this deck kind of turbo off, because if you get Solemn Warning on your XZ summon or anything like that, it just means that you can go into Norden and or Norden. It should still be Nodin, but whatever. And it just means that, as I said, you can carry on going, and you can also push the game a little bit more. So yeah, the card's really solid for the deck. So that is it, guys. I hope you did enjoy the deck profile. Let me know down in the comment section below what you think of the fun Utopia deck. A lot of people are asking for an updated version, so here it is. Hope you did enjoy it, and as I said, let me know down in the comment section below, and I should catch you guys later for the next deck profile.